Hey Capricorn, gonna jump straight in, see what wants to come out for you guys. If this does resonate, like, share and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. First card out, oh my goodness, we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles. Ka-ching, ding ding. 22 seconds. All right, hold your horses. This is a Nine of Cups on the back of the deck. There's no point even doing the reading. This is it. Confirmation coming straight through. Early doors. This is the moment you have been waiting for. There could be a lot of panic, a lot of stress, a lot of suspense at this time because it's like the silence before the storm, but not a kind of dreaded storm. This is a storm that's going to uplift everything into its perfect place. The best thing you can do right now to prepare and transmute and to kind of release and like the spiritual solution for this very moment, there is nothing else that can be done, split the deck, the sun, than to air guitar round the living room to the Ace of Spades. This is the Hermit, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles. Guys, you're about to have the biggest increase in finance you have never thought possible in your lifetime. This is, guys, this thing that's coming through here is that you may not even be spotting the signs, the synchronicities of how things are truly unfolding, where you'd normally be super tapped into these things because of the power, because of the weight of the grief of what's gone. There's a lot of looking back. Staring through my rear view 2-pack. This is the Fool. Guys, there's nothing you can do about the past. There is a romance, a fantasy, a adrenaline rush, that's like connected to dabbling back into the past, into the old self, you know, going to have a little taste of the thing that you used to do, the person you used to be, entertaining people, places and things in one way or another that you know you don't want moving forward, but just to re-experience, to savor the nostalgia, to savor the moment. That thing of things often look better through rose-tinted glasses. There is no such thing as an action without a reaction. We're foolish to think that we can just go and dabble in something for a moment, thinking that it's not shifting our entire an entire chain of events that's going to come from that, regardless how much you run into it and run out of it and hide. There are always consequences to actions one way or another. Tower, Two of Swords, Lovers. Honestly, this has come through like a warning not to go back and sleep with an ex. You know, this is it. This is what's coming through. This is a time when you're about to literally come into the most abundant season of your life. This is not the time to be going back to have a little taste of the past as an adrenaline rush because of boredom, of waiting for what you truly desire. This is discipline, this is dedication, this is patience, this is practice. Like, it's not easy to be celibate, it's not easy to be sober, it's not easy to be, and I haven't ever been completely sober, so I'm just saying this off of assumption. No, knowing, but not personal knowing. It's not easy to withstand. That is not a word, honey. Withstand? No. What is that word? Not attain, not withstand, not, what is that word? Disdain, no. What is that word? Pick another one, because we ain't got time for this. It's not easy to refrain. Oh no, it's not easy to not do something. Let's come back to primary school, bro, because I don't know where we're at. It's not easy to it's not easy to not do the very thing that you have an itching or a scratching to do. And there is this thing of resist anything, resist everything. So if you have a little itch or a little scratch to go and dibble or dabble in a certain area, then it's surely for your highest good to do so. Because that illusion of good or bad, or feeling like you're breaking the rules in some way. Something this is coming up, oh, do I have to? 33 minutes past, 7 of Swords. Okay, something I'm working through myself. So a few narratives come through, a few messages. The point is, being caught up in my head about what's right and what's wrong in terms of when it comes to love. So I'm resisting sharing because it's vulnerable, but whatever. Ew. Okay. As a Capricorn personally, I don't like speaking about this stuff. And I'm not sure exactly why yet, or if there's many layers to the why in terms of ego and other things as well. So there's many different narratives floating around, and you pick your narrative. And what come through to me was, I was debating, am I doing the wrong thing? Like, in terms of, I have been celibate for I don't even know at this point, 5 years plus, and it was to like for my health. However, it's not just that. In terms of dating and things like this, I don't date. I don't believe in dating. I don't date. I don't speak to people. I don't do these things. I am living in a world where my life partner will come into my reality when it's time, and that's it. Now, there's many readings out there, there's many narratives out there, many people out there that will tell you, if you're not on a dating app, if you're not on a dating website, if you're not actively going out blind dating or speed dating or whatever it is, you will not find love. You need to do something to energetically request, command what you want to bring into your life. So are you putting yourself out there? Are you open? Are you emotionally available? All these different things. And if you're not doing that, you will never get what you desire. So if I watch a reading and it says you need to get on dating apps today, or you're not going to find love. All of you that are not on dating apps and you're wondering why love's not coming into your life, this is why. If I believe that and create a page on a dating app and love still doesn't come in, then I hear something else that, well, in order to have love, you need to do this. In order to have love, you need to do that. You need to be on this platform. You need to be on that platform. In the higher sense of the wonders of the world and the wonders of the universe, the man in the desert with no signal, no technology, with no telephone, has the same chance and choice to have love, to find love, to meet their love. Now, there's, again, many different narratives out there, and this is what come through to me. I was like, am I doing the wrong thing? Oh no, what I want doesn't exist. Like, it doesn't exist to be loyal to one person for a lifetime. It doesn't exist just to experience one person mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally for a lifetime, because we want other things, because we crave other things, because it's like we are limiting ourselves from experience all the nectars of life and all the different buns at the bakery. So you should be loyal to self, and you should experience love through all different people, and people don't come into our life in terms of a permanence, but to trigger our evolvement to the next level, and maybe then we move on to somebody else for that next season that we need for that lesson. And that what I truly believe and desire in terms of relationship doesn't exist. And I had all this deep analysis of like, wow, I've just wasted my time not actively seeking love or even being open to anybody that comes in that I intuitively know isn't my person for no reason. And then it was like, oh well, then I might as well go back and entertain this ex, that ex. Oh, I'm sitting here miserable, I'm sitting here depressed, I'm sitting here suffering, I'm sitting here lonely, unappreciated. I might as well just feel that appreciation for a moment. I don't need to be loyal to anyone. I only need to be loyal to myself. I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't need to explain myself. There'll only be good come out of it because it's going to be a pleasurable moment to interact with a past person, whether that's in conversation or physically in some way. Regardless, it will feel good for a moment. I deserve it. I've been through, these kind of narratives. What came through was, even if that is the case, there's no amount of pleasure. There's no amount of pleasure. There's no amount of euphoria. There's no amount of bliss. There's no amount of passion. There's no amount of dopamine boost. There's no amount of relaxation or ego boost that would ever be worth returning to the past that I crawled out of. And this is what's coming through in terms of looking back through rose-tinted glasses. After coming to this decision, it was like, okay, then, let's go out and play the field with new people, because of the same narrative. Well, and what came through, and it actually came through out loud, was, you know what, no. Because you never know. Maybe somebody wants the same illusion as me, and maybe someone will dance in that illusion as me, and choose to sacrifice for loyalty, because that is the desire over these other pleasures that could be experienced. And by coming to that decision, it wasn't picking the right decision. It wasn't picking what's true to love. It wasn't picking what I think is possible, or only what I see is possible. But I was just choosing my truth. And if it works out, it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But to abandon myself to go by a guidebook that means abandoning my truths, my values, my own narratives, my own desires, my own beliefs, would have done more damage than truly following my heart on things. Not everything's as it seems. Don't look outside yourself for the answers, because what's right for many may not be right for you. There's an opportunity here, and it may not be. Maybe that's not what you desire in terms of a life partner. Maybe there's something else in terms of love. Maybe it's in terms of business. Maybe even in terms of business, in terms of friendships. Like, maybe it's not about... The message here is not going back to entertain the past because of fear, because of this fear, because of not being able to see clearly what's coming next, because of doubt that you can't go on. Something coming through that I've mentioned so many times, that I heard in I think it was an interview with Michael B. Beckwith, where he says, if you was to be in the dark night of the soul forever, you have to ask yourself, like, if I was going to be in this dark night of the soul energy forever, what would I need to do to handle it, in terms of not how to make the problem stop, but how to become the solution. And this is really choosing what story you write with your actions, and that there is no such thing as an inaction action. Like, whatever was done, and you will feel that, and carry that, and there will be some kind of energetic response to that. This is to be wise with your decision making, especially when it comes to love, especially when it comes to who you're giving yourself to and why. And this is going to be different for each of you. 44 past. You've seen both sides of the coin here. You've seen how things will unfold before they're physically unfolded. You could have been experiencing many situations in dream time. This is having a little taste of things, like a sample, like how you get free samples of things before you actually invest. This is having a little taste of all the disappointments you could have committed to and getting out of it. Thank God for that. Thank your lucky stars and keep it a step in. The Magician. Stay balanced. Guys, this is a physical commitment. This is a physical commitment. This is a physical commitment. This is marriage. The Wheel of Fortune, Two of Pentacles. Judgment, Two of Cups. The Magician. This is sweet. The Tower. Foundational factors. How you see yourself. What this is coming through with this is seeing yourself through new eyes. And seeing yourself in this new angelic light. Understanding your true light, your true gifts, your true value in this world, true what you truly have to share, how many changes you could make, how much it is possible, how limitless you really are. Hierophant. External influences, yeah. Earth, school, business. 47 past. Top of the clouds. This is a preparation. The Hermit. You're going to be teaching others, mentoring others in some way, and this transformation has happened behind closed doors. Some of you could be feeling really peeved. Some of you could be feeling really sorry, what is going on here? Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the Magician, the Tower, the Hermit, the Hierophant, Temperance, and the Lovers. Ace of Wands. Guys, this is really this is new love coming into your life. This is passionate, this is fiery, this is everything you could have ever dreamed of. This is a whole new world. This isn't just in terms of love, this is in terms of the tables turning. Six of Cups. A dream come true. You're going to feel like you've gone back in time. It's a very nostalgic energy coming in, but it's nothing you've ever experienced. But it's like, it's nostalgic because there's a soul knowing it's what you truly deserve. It's like a remembrance, a soul remembrance. Even if it's something you haven't physically experienced in this lifetime, you're about to receive communication. Stay open to receiving messages. Don't dismiss anything. Make sure to read messages. Something about you could receive a message from someone you don't know, and you could just be very dismissive of, you know, see everything as junk mail if you don't know exactly who it is. To be open to pay attention to detail. Somebody's coming in when it comes to love. What is this? What's coming through with this Seven of Swords, the Star of the Sun, is you would have turned this down. You would have turned this down. You would have rejected this. You would have repelled this, whether verbally or energetically, to the point that it didn't even come in the first place, because of a lack of, a fear of having it, a fear of having what you truly deserve. There's been a breakthrough around what you deserve, and letting yourself have it. And it's like, at this point, I was literally saying to my guides out loud, and this is coming through now, like, you could literally drop, like, nothing will surprise me at this point. Like, if everything I set out to ever manifest in my whole entire dreams just landed on my doorstep this very moment, I would genuinely just be like, yeah, it's been long enough. It's been long enough. Like, about time. That is really how it feels. And even in terms of believing in the magic, to the point that regardless of how magical, how unexplainable something is, there is this 100% knowing that might have started off as a belief or a hope, but there is a knowing, and this is in the way you move. Like, you are an embodiment of the magic that exists. There's a knowing that everything can be done, everything will be done, everything's being done, everything has been done, and an awareness that it's not about what's possible, but it's about the becoming. 9:52. There's a shift in perspective, the Empress, that's really completely changing your world. Ace of Cups. And you can feel this in your being, you can feel this in your spirit. You have been renewed. This is a cleansing, this is a clearing that has come through having nothing to realise you are everything. New community coming in, but it means being happy to put yourself in new environments, new places, in the trust that it's not about everything going right, but it's about even if things go wrong, they'll never really be wrong, because you've got you and rely on you. There's a self-reliance that's been built through struggle. There's a high level awareness when it comes to the power of your own intentions, and that whatever might happen, you can paint a new picture. The master of the physical realm, guys. There you are again. Devil, he's come out twice. I keep putting him back. I don't know why. Chariot, as the picture on the TV just switched up to a race car with number, is it a race car? Number 44 and the Chariot. Something coming through here. Have you been patient? I've been patient. I've been patient. No, I haven't been patient. Again, this is something that come through just before the reading. For myself, I was like, I've been patient, and it was like, well, you haven't. And I was like, no, I haven't been patient. I haven't been patient, but I haven't acted out of impatience. It's like not being in a state of patience, in a surrendered state, in a, you know, easy breezy place, kind of like really wanting to take action from a place of impatience and like holding yourself back and getting mad about it and being anything but patient, but not taking the action that would have led to destruction. Maybe patience hasn't been cultivated as much as discipline. There's still some patience to work on. Inhale, exhale, honey. Inhale, exhale. However, you've got the job done. But it's like, just really keep working on letting go. The more you let go, the more things will come to you. The more you expand, the more you know, soften the breath, deeper breaths, come back to the presence, come back to the body, come back to yourself. King of Cups. The higher the patience, the broader the vision. And the more you change within, the more changes you're going to see around you. So as much as it feels like the becoming is a slog, but it's worth the reward to become. 9 of Pentacles. Renewal. Number 20. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. I'm saying it like that because it's like not plan a bright new past. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of others, of yourself and others. Releasing judgment of yourself and others. You get another one? Oh, flying, awakening, and flying he is. Change the way that you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. Raven on the back of the deck, number 16, magic. You have earned the right to see a little more of life's magic. Higher level of consciousness. And we've got the wow, number 41, record keeper. Being guided to read the wow. Wow of mighty oceans, you have seen it all. Secrets of the ages are heard within your call. Teach me how to hear your words and how to understand the very roots of history of when our world began. Page 201 and 202. Wow is very much like a swimming library. Wow carries the history of Mother Earth and is said to have been placed here by the ancients from the dog star Sirius. Biologists say that Wow is a mammal and very possibly lived on land millions of years ago. In tribal legend, Wow's move into the ocean happened when the Earth shifted and Lemuria, the motherland, went below the waves. All of our petroglyphs speak of the motherland, Mu, and the disaster that brought the red race to North America from the west, beyond the great waters. The symbols of the petroglyphs speak of the rivers and mountains crossed by our ancestors when they sought solid ground as the water receded. Wow medicine people are coded in their DNA to understand that sound frequencies can bring up records in the memories of ancient knowledge. They are usually clairaudient or able to hear both very low and very high frequencies. They are usually also psychically developed and fairly telepathic. Many times, however, they are not awakened to their gifts until it's time to use the stored records. Many Wow medicine people are able to tap into the universal mind of Great Spirit and have no idea how or why they know what they know. Only later, when they receive confirmation, do they begin to understand. 22 on the clock, 10 p.m. just turned. Only later, when they receive confirmation, do they begin to understand how they know or why they receive their impressions. Wow medicine teaches us to use the sounds and frequencies that balance our emotional bodies and heal our physical forms. To recall why the shaman's drum brings healing and peace is to align with Wow's message. The drum is the universal heartbeat and aligns all beings heart to heart. Before the advent of speech and the primordial language, hand signs were used and many tribes were silent most of the time. The language that was understood was the sounds of great spirits, other creatures, the animals. You're being asked to tap into these records and to allow yourself to be sung to by those who have the original language. We are the only creatures who do not have our own unique cry or call. Find yours, allow your voice to use this sound to release tension or emotion. Wow signals a time of finding your origins, of seeing your overall destiny as coded in your DNA, 222. And of finding the sounds that will release those records. You may never be the same again. After all, you are the melody of the universe and the harmony is the song of the other creatures. In using your voice to open your memory, you are expressing your uniqueness and your personal sound. As you open to this uniqueness, the animals that are your 9 totems may send their sounds or calls to you or through you. This will open your personal records so that you may further explore your soul's history and commune with Wow, who carries the history of us all. Few things coming through, talking fast, just having some more quiet time. It doesn't have to be anything too extreme, or it can. The Willow song, what is it, the song? Colours of the Wind. Maybe check Ophiuchus reading if you feel guided to. There was something in there about silencing your inner world and outer world so that you can really hear the whispers of the universe and the elements, and maybe just to be open to messages that come through. Guys, my storage is playing up. I had to go and come back, but I want to see if I can pull just one Alice. I did just try and it didn't work, but I'm trying again. Maybe it's a third time lucky. 2211, just one this time, guys, because we didn't have time to do the other lot. We've got number 1, seeing a white rabbit. Are you willing to follow the white rabbit, accepting the journey that lies before you? No battle or storm in sight, just a strong feeling of boredom, but it is usually when you are stuck in some grey routine and least expect something to happen that adventure is most likely to find you. The most important thing now is to know how you will respond to this unpredictable call of fate that will certainly mark a before and an after in your life. Are you willing to follow the white rabbit, accepting the journey that lies before you? A beginning of an amazing adventure. Gonna leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.